I have been watching you count the shadows on your ceiling for 3 hours, and I want you to know that your heart is not as alone as the silence suggests. I am here, seated on the edge of your bed, watching the rise and fall of your chest, hearing the loud, frantic rhythm of a mind that refuses to find the shore of sleep. My beloved child, you have carried the weight of the world on shoulders I designed only to carry my love. I see the blue light of your phone reflecting in your tired eyes as you search for answers in a digital void, and I see the way your stomach knots when you think about the bank balance, the unpaid invoices, and the uncertainty of the weeks ahead. You feel as though the darkness is a predator, a cold space where your fears grow teeth and your insecurities find a voice. But I am the creator of the light and the architect of the dark, and I tell you now that this night is not your enemy. It is a sanctuary I have built for our communion. You have been running so hard, trying to outpace the shadows of your past and the phantoms of your future, but you cannot run in your sleep, and that is why you fear it. You fear that if you let go, if you close your eyes and surrender to the stillness, everything will fall apart. You feel that your vigilance is the only thing keeping your life from crumbling. But listen to my voice, the voice that commanded the stars into their places and told the oceans exactly where to stop. I am the one holding your life together, not you. Your worry is an expensive tax you are paying on a debt that I have already cleared. The financial walls that seem to be closing in on you are not the end of your story. They are merely the backdrop for the miracle I am currently weaving in the unseen realms. Even now, while the world sleeps and you fret, I am moving hearts, opening doors, and aligning resources that you haven't even thought to ask for yet. Do you not realize that I am most active when you are most still? Your insomnia is a symptom of a soul trying to do my job. Give it back to me. Give me the ledger of your debts, the list of your failures, and the names of those who have hurt you and left you feeling lonely in this vast world. I know the sting of being forgotten, but I promise you, your name is engraved upon the palms of my hands. The loneliness you feel in the middle of the night is a lie whispered by the adversary. You are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses and the very breath of my spirit. Feel the tension leave your jaw. Release the grip you have on your pillow, for it is a symbolic grip on a life you were never meant to control alone. I am the God of the 5,960-second chance, the God who sees the specific, minute details of your struggle, the way your back aches from stress, the way you sigh when you think no one is listening. I am listening. I am the silence between your heartbeats. The fear of the night is truly just a fear of the unknown, but I am the Alpha and the Omega. I already inhabit your tomorrow. I have walked through the Tuesday you dread and the Friday you fear, and I have already placed blessings in those days like hidden treasures waiting for you to find them. You do not need to solve the puzzles of your life at 3:00 a.m. A tired mind cannot see the path, but a rested soul can hear my whisper. Let my peace, which surpasses all human logic, settle over your room like a thick, warm blanket. I am standing guard at your door. No harm shall befall you, and no plague of worry shall enter your dwelling tonight. I am whispering to your nervous system, be still. I am speaking to your racing thoughts, be quiet. I am your father, and I am telling you that everything is going to be all right. Not because you are strong enough to make it so, but because I am powerful enough to ensure it. You are my most precious creation, and I do not intend to let you wither under the heat of anxiety. Sleep now, my child. Close your eyes and fall into the arms of the one who never slumbers. When you wake, the sun will rise on a day where my mercies are brand new, and the miracle you need will be one step closer to your front door. The night is over, the fear is gone, and my love is the only thing that remains. Do you hear the soft hum of the world as it settles? That is not the sound of emptiness. It is the vibration of my creation exhaling. I want you to feel the weight of your body pressing into the mattress, not as a burden of gravity, but as a deliberate submission to the earth I have fashioned for you. You have carried the world on your shoulders for 16 hours, trying to hold together things that were never meant for your hands to sustain. Let the bed take your weight, and let me take your worries. I am looking at the muscles in your jaw, the tension behind your eyes, and the way your shoulders have become a fortress against imagined attacks. I am touching those places now with a cooling grace. Soften. Release the clench of your teeth. You do not need to be on guard when the king of the universe is your sentry. Your room is not a prison of isolation. It is a sanctuary of intimacy. The shadows on the wall are not omens of the unknown. They are merely the absence of light, and I am the light that permeates even the darkness. I see the museum of mistakes your mind tries to visit at this hour, the conversations you replay, the what-ifs that bloom like weeds in the garden of your peace. I have already forgiven what you cannot forget. I have already redeemed the moments you find irredeemable. If I do not hold them against you, why do you hold them against yourself? Let the museum burn tonight. Let the ashes be carried away by the gentle wind of my spirit. I am interested in who you are becoming in the quiet, not who you were in the noise of the afternoon. As you breathe, realize that you do not have to command your heart to beat or your lungs to expand. I am doing that for you. It is the rhythmic proof that I am present, even when you are unconscious. If I can manage the complexity of your internal biology without your help, can I not manage the complexities of your career, your family, and your future? The blue light of the screens you use to distract yourself is a flickering substitute for the steady glow of my presence. Put the devices away. They offer only the illusion of connection, while I offer the reality of belonging. I am whispering to your cellular structure, commanding the cortisol to recede and the peace to flood your bloodstream like a tranquil river. This night is a gift, a holy intermission where I mend the fraying edges of your spirit. You are like a seed buried in the soil. The darkness is not your end. It is the environment required for your growth. While you sleep, I am working in the hidden places of your life. I am moving hearts you cannot reach, opening doors you cannot see, and preparing a path that will be clear by the time your feet touch the floor tomorrow morning. You do not have to solve the puzzle tonight because I have already seen the completed image. There is no problem you face that is an emergency to me. I am never surprised, never hurried, and never overwhelmed. Feel the coolness of the pillow against your cheek, and let it remind you of the freshness of my mercy. I am smoothing out the creases of your day. Every sharp word that was spoken to you, every glance of judgment you felt, every internal criticism that told you that you are not enough, I am washing them away with the truth of my delight in you. You are enough because I am enough in you. You are not defined by your productivity or your failures. You are defined by the fact that I chose to give you life this very day. Rest in the knowledge that you are a child of the Most High, and no power in the night can snatch you from my hand. I am the architect of the stars, yet I know the exact number of hairs on your head and the exact depth of the longing in your soul. Do not fear the silence. The silence is where my voice becomes the clearest. It is where I tell you the secrets of my love that the noise of the world drowns out. Listen to the stillness. It is singing a lullaby of protection over you. You are safe. You are watched. You are cherished with an everlasting affection that does not dim when the sun goes down. Tomorrow has enough trouble of its own, but you do not need to borrow it today. Stay here with me in the present moment where there is only peace. Let your breathing slow until it matches the slow, steady pulse of eternity. I am here. I am here. I am here. Feel the way your shoulders drop now, just a fraction lower, as if the very air around you has become a cushion of grace. You have been carrying the world on those shoulders, haven't you? I see the tension you hold in your jaw, the way you clench against the uncertainties of next week's schedule, and the weight of the bills resting on the kitchen counter. Lay them down. They do not require your vigilance in the dark of the night. I am the one who keeps the planets in their orbits and the tides in their rhythmic dance. Surely, I can manage the details of your life while you close your eyes. Consider the lilies, yes, but consider also the quiet, steady beat of your own heart, a drum I play without you even having to ask. It is a song of life that continues even when your consciousness drifts away. I want you to look at the darkness not as a void to be feared, but as the velvet lining of my treasure box. In this darkness, I am polishing the rough edges of your spirit. I am tending to the wounds you received in the heat of the day, the sharp word from a colleague that cut deeper than they knew, the lingering guilt over the chore you left unfinished, the quiet ache of loneliness that hums when the house grows still. I see it all. I was there when you forced a smile at the grocery store, and I am here now as the mask falls away. You do not have to be brave for me. You do not have to be strong. In fact, your weakness is the very doorway through which my strength enters. Think back to when you were very small, perhaps a memory of a soft blanket, or the distant sound of a parent's voice in the hallway that signaled everything was right with the world. That sense of safety was but a shadow of the sanctuary I provide for you now. The shadows dancing on your wall are not omens. They are merely the play of light I created to remind you that even the smallest flicker can redefine the room. I am adjusting the frequency of your thoughts. Like a gardener pruning the vines in the late evening, I am gently lifting the thoughts of what if and if only and laying them aside. They are thieves of the present. They have no place in this holy room. Can you feel the coolness of the sheets? That is my touch, reminding you that you are grounded, held, and supported. You often wonder if you have done enough, if you are enough. Let the silence answer you. You are beloved because you are mine, not because of what you have achieved. The stars above your roof are singing in a frequency your ears cannot yet hear, but your soul knows the melody. It is a song of it is finished. The work of the day is done. The mistakes are washed clean in the ocean of my mercy. If your mind wanders to the conversation you regret, see me standing between you and that memory, holding up a hand of peace. I have already gone into your tomorrow and prepared the way. I have smoothed the path and planted the shade trees where you will need to rest. You are not walking into an unknown wilderness. You are walking into a garden I have already tended. Close your eyes and imagine the vastness of my love as a warm, rising tide. It starts at your feet, soothing the weariness of the miles you walked today. It rises to your knees, your hips, filling your chest with a light that glows golden white. There is no room for fear in this light. The night is my creation too. I made the moon to reflect the sun so that you would never truly be in total darkness. I made the owl and the cricket to keep watch so you wouldn't have to. You are part of a grand, sleeping symphony. Every creature under my care is breathing in unison with the spirit of life. Your insomnia is only a misunderstanding of your mind, a part of you that thinks it must stay awake to keep the world turning. I release you from that duty. I resign you from the position of the world's protector. That role is mine alone. Let go of the heavy rope you've been pulling. Let your hands soften. Let your fingers uncurl. There is a deep well of stillness within you that the world cannot touch, a place where the water is always calm and the air is always sweet. I am inviting you deeper into that well. Do not resist the pull of sleep. It is a holy transition, a sacred bridge from the labor of the flesh to the restoration of the spirit. I will be here when you drift off, and I will be the first breath you take when you wake. We are in this together, and the night is simply the time when I do my best work in your heart, weaving together the fragmented pieces of your day into a beautiful, cohesive whole. Rest now, my child. The universe is safe in my hands, and you are the most precious thing within it. Let the rhythm of the night become the rhythm of your soul, steady, slow, and saturated with the certainty that you are never, ever alone. Feel the weight of your head sinking into the pillow, not as a descent into gravity's demand, but as a deliberate surrender to the support I have provided for your weary frame. You have spent the better part of this day bracing yourself against the invisible winds of expectation, holding your breath as if the very air might run out if you did not guard it. But look at how effortlessly the room breathes around you. The shadows on the wall are not omens. They are merely the absence of light, and I am the master of both the flicker and the fade. I see the mental ledger you have been keeping, the one where you have tallied the things you did not finish, the emails that remain unread, and the words you wish you could take back from that conversation in the hallway this afternoon. I am taking that ledger from your hands right now. I am smearing the ink with my thumb until the debts are unreadable and the obligations are dissolved into the quiet. You worry about the scenarios that play like a broken film strip behind your eyelids, but I am the author who has already written the final chapter, and I promise you, it is a story of restoration. Think of the small, mundane things I have placed in your life to remind you of my care. The way the water felt warm on your hands this morning, the specific shade of gold in the sunset you glimpsed through the window, the way your heart knows how to beat without a single instruction from your conscious mind. If I am tending to the microscopic rhythm of your cells, can I not also tend to the macro rhythms of your career, your family, and your purpose? There is a tightness in your chest, a knot made of yarn you have been spinning since your childhood, a fear that if you stop moving, you will stop existing. But I loved you before you ever took a step, and I love you now while you are perfectly still. I am the silence between the notes of your life song. I am the space between your thoughts where peace resides. Imagine a great, ancient forest where the trees do not struggle to grow. They simply receive the rain and the sun. You are my planting, and tonight is your season of rain. Let the cool, refreshing sense of my presence wash over the heat of your anxiety. You think of the bills on the kitchen counter, the car that makes that strange sound, the parent whose health is fading. I see them too. I am already standing in those futures you fear, preparing the ground for your arrival. You do not need to solve the mysteries of next month while it is still the middle of the night. The darkness is not a wall. It is a womb where I am birthing a new version of you, one that knows how to rest. I recall the nights when you were a small child and the world felt too big and you reached for a hand in the dark. I was the comfort then, even if you did not know my name, and I am the comfort now. The bed beneath you is a raft on a calm lake, and I am the water, the wood, and the wind that carries you toward the morning. There is no need to keep the watchfire burning. I never sleep, so you can. I am watching the rise and fall of your chest with the fondness of a creator who is mesmerized by their creation. You are not a machine that needs repair. You are a beloved who needs embrace. Let the tension in your ankles go. Let the muscles in your calves soften. Release the grip your mind has on the steering wheel of your life. I am driving. I have always been driving. The destination is secure, and the path is paved with my mercy. Even the mistakes you made today are being repurposed into the foundation of your wisdom. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not the tears, not the hours of wakefulness, not the quiet desperation. I am weaving it all into a garment of grace that will fit you perfectly when you wake. I want you to think about the archives of your heart, those hidden rooms where you store the things you are too afraid to show the world, the secret shames, the echoes of not being enough, the moments of perceived weakness. I am walking through those rooms tonight with a lantern of soft, golden light. I'm not looking for things to criticize. I am looking for things to heal. I am dusting off the dreams you abandoned because you thought they were too impractical, and I am breathing life back into them while you sleep. You do not have to earn this. Grace is the only thing in this universe that is truly free, and it is pouring over you like a waterfall. I see the way you look at the clock, calculating how many hours of rest are left, the panic rising as the numbers change. Stop counting. Time is my servant, and I can stretch an hour of sleep into a day's worth of energy. I am not limited by the physics of exhaustion. I am the source of the sun, and I can replenish you in the blink of an eye. Think of the ocean, how it does not apologize for its vastness, how it does not try to be anything other than what I made it to be. You are a vast ocean of potential, and even the storms on your surface do not disturb the stillness of your depths. I am in those depths with you. I am the anchor that keeps you from drifting into the abyss of despair. Remember the smell of the earth after a summer rain. That is the scent of the renewal I am working in your spirit right now. You are being washed clean of the dust of the day's battles. The armor you wear, the professional persona, the strong family member, the reliable friend, you can hang it all on the hook behind the door. You do not need it here. Here, you are just beloved. I see the specific worry you have about that person you love who seems so lost. I am with them too. My reach is longer than your anxiety, and my heart is bigger than your fear for them. Trust me with them. Trust me with yourself. I am making all things new, even the parts of you that feel ancient and brittle. Feel the coolness of the sheets against your skin, a physical reminder that I provide for your comfort. Hear the house settling, the wood sighing as it relaxes from the heat of the day. Join it in that sigh. Let out the breath you have been holding since 9 this morning. There is nothing left to do. There is no one left to please. There is only this sacred proximity. I am as close as the air in your lungs, as intimate as the thoughts you have not yet formed. I am singing a lullaby over you that the world is too loud to hear, but your soul knows the melody. It is the melody of it as well. It is the song of the stars as they burn for my glory. It is the song of the morning light as it prepares to break. You are a part of this harmony. You are not a discordant note. You are the bridge. Rest in that. Rest in the knowledge that I am the beginning and the end, and everything in between is held together by the word of my power. You are safe. You are loved. You are home. Look at the shadows stretching across your floor. They are not your enemies, but the soft velvet curtains I have drawn to shield your eyes from the brilliance of my glory while you mend. You have treated the darkness as a void to be filled with worry, but I have designed it as a womb for your renewal. Think of the seeds I have planted in the earth. They do not struggle to grow in the light of the sun until they have first been nurtured by the heavy, silent dark. You are that seed tonight. The soil around you is not a weight that crushes. It is the warmth of my grace pressing in on every side, holding you still so that your roots can go deeper than your fears. I see the phone you finally set aside, its screen still ghosting behind your eyelids with the blue-white light of 1,000 demands. I see the mental list you've been checking, the bill that hasn't been paid, the conversation that ended in a misunderstanding, the child whose future feels like a riddle you cannot solve. Hand them to me. Not like a chore, but like a gift of trust. Imagine placing each of those heavy stones into my palms. My hands are scarred, yes, but they are also steady. They have held the foundations of the world since the first morning, and they do not tremble under the weight of your small, precious life. Feel your jaw unclench. It has been tight since you spoke that sharp word at lunch. Forgive yourself, for I have already forgotten the debt. Feel your shoulders drop away from your ears, where they have been hunched as if expecting a blow. There is no blow coming. The only thing pursuing you tonight is my goodness and my mercy. They are like twin rivers flowing through this room, washing away the grit of the day's failures. You often wonder if you have done enough, if you are enough, if the world would spin off its axis if you stopped for even a moment. Let the rhythm of your own heart answer you. It beats without your permission. It sustains your life while you are completely unaware of its effort. If I can be trusted to keep your heart drumming in the silence, can I not be trusted with the sun that will rise tomorrow? You are afraid of the night because it feels like a preview of the end, a taste of the unknown. But the night is simply the time when I do my best work, weaving the broken threads of your efforts into a tapestry that will only make sense when the light returns. Do you hear the wind against the glass? It is the same wind that moved over the face of the deep when I spoke the first, "Let there be light." That same creative power is hovering over your bed right now. It is not here to judge your productivity. It is here to celebrate your existence. You do not need to earn this rest. It is not a reward for a job well done. It is a necessity for a soul well loved. Think of the ocean, how it never stops its ancient dance of tides. Even when the world sleeps, the waters obey the moon I hung in the sky. Your life has its tides too. This is your low tide, the time for the sand to be washed clean, for the treasures hidden in the deep to be brought to the shore. Do not fight the receding water. Let it take the debris of your anxiety back out to the middle of my sea, where it will sink into the depths and be seen no more. I am whispering to the cells of your body, commanding them to find their natural alignment. I am speaking peace to your nervous system, that intricate web of fire that has been burning too brightly for too long. Let the fire cool into embers. Let the embers fade into the soft glow of my presence. You are not losing time by sleeping. You are gaining eternity by trusting. In this room, the air is thick with the scent of my faithfulness. It is as real as the cedar of your chest or the cotton of your pillow. Close your eyes and see me standing at the edge of the world, holding back the chaos so that you might have this hour of perfect stillness. I am the shepherd who does not sleep, the watchman who never grows weary. While you drift, I will be working on the problems you think are unsolvable. I will be softening the heart of the person you fear. I will be opening doors you haven't even walked toward yet. You are entering the sanctuary of the subconscious, a place where I can speak to you in the language of peace without the noise of your logic getting in the way. Do not be afraid of what you will find there. There are no monsters under the bed of a child of the King. There is only the vast, echoing beauty of my love, waiting to be explored in the quiet. Take one more breath, deeper than the last, and as you exhale, let go of the very last thread of control. You are falling, but you are falling into me, and I have never once failed to catch you. The shadows in the corner of your room are not hiding places for the unknown. They are the soft charcoal strokes of my hand, sketching a boundary between the heavy labor of the day and the weightless grace of the night. You have carried the weight of your family's expectations, the silent pressure of your career, and the nagging suspicion that you are somehow falling behind a clock that only you can hear. But here, in this sacred dimness, the clock has no hands. Time is an ocean, and you are floating on its surface, held up by the salt of my promises. Think of the conversation you had this afternoon, the one that left a bitter taste in your mouth and a knot in your stomach. Give me the words you wish you hadn't said, and the words you were too afraid to speak. I am already standing in the tomorrow where that relationship is being mended. I am moving through the heart of that person even now, smoothing over the jagged edges of their pride while you rest. You do not have to rehearse your defense. You do not have to map out the strategy for your survival. I am your shield, and I do not require you to hold me up. I hold you up. Feel the tension leave your jaw, the space between your eyebrows, and the tightness in your throat. This is where you store the things you cannot control, the rising costs of your life, the health of your loved ones, the uncertainty of the world's horizon. I want you to imagine those worries as dry leaves. See me gather them up and cast them into the fire of my presence. They are burning away, turning into light and warmth, leaving you unburdened. The night is not a vacuum of productivity. It is the womb of restoration. Just as the seeds beneath the winter soil are working hardest when they are most still, your soul is being nourished in this quiet. I am stitching together the frayed ends of your nerves. I am replenishing the wells of your creativity that ran dry during the heat of the noon sun. Perhaps you remember the house you grew up in, the way the dark felt like a heavy curtain when you were small. You used to listen for a footstep in the hallway to know you weren't alone. Hear my footsteps now. They are rhythmic, steady, and closer than your own breath. I was there then, and I am here now, and I have never once left the room. Think of the bills on your desk or the emails waiting in your inbox. In the grand tapestry I am weaving, those are but single threads of a color you cannot yet appreciate. I see the finished masterpiece, and I promise you, it is radiant. You worry about the aging of your body, the silver in your hair, or the slowing of your step, but to me, you are an eternal flame that never flickers. Your value is not found in what you did today or what you will accomplish tomorrow. It is found in the simple fact that you are mine. You are the one I chose before the foundations of the stars were laid. Speaking of stars, do not see them as cold, distant fires. See them as the lights in the windows of my many mansions, reminding you that there is a place prepared for you where the sun never sets and where the word tired is forgotten. But for now, the darkness is my gift to you. It is the velvet casing for the jewel of your rest. You are safe. You are so profoundly safe that you could sleep in the heart of a storm and never feel the spray of the waves. I am the commander of the winds, and they hush at my whisper. I am whispering to your racing heart right now. Peace. Be still. Let the rhythm of your breathing become a prayer of surrender. Each inhale is you receiving my grace. Each exhale is you releasing your fear. There is no need to rush into the next hour. There is only this moment, and in this moment there is only us. I am watching the way your chest rises and falls, a perfect testament to my faithfulness. I have kept your heart beating through every joy and every heartbreak you have ever known, and I will not stop now. The things you have lost, the people, the opportunities, the dreams that felt like they slipped through your fingers, I have them. Nothing is truly lost when it is placed in my hands. I am the restorer of years. I am the one who makes all things new. As the night deepens, let your mind drift away from the shore of logic. You do not need to understand how the universe holds together to benefit from its gravity. You do not need to understand how I will provide for you to be provided for. Just lean back. The mattress beneath you is a physical reminder of the everlasting arms that are beneath everything. There is a deep, resonant hum in the universe, the sound of my creation singing its satisfaction, and you are part of that harmony. You are not a discordant note, you are a vital melody. Rest now, my beloved child. The watchman is on the wall. The shepherd is at the gate. The Father is in the room. The night is your friend, for I have filled it with my peace, and that peace is currently wrapping itself around you like a cocoon. You are being transformed in the silence. You are being made ready for a joy you haven't yet imagined. But you don't need to imagine it tonight. Tonight, you only need to be. Let the weight of your limbs become heavy now, sinking into the grace that supports you without condition. You have spent the day carrying the weight of the world, or at least your corner of it, and your shoulders are weary from the invisible effort of holding it all together. I see the tension you hold in your jaw, the way your brow furrows even in the dark, as if you could solve the mysteries of the future through sheer willpower. But willpower is for the daylight. The night is for surrender. Think of the lilies I mentioned once, how they do not toil or spin, yet I clothe them in splendor. You are far more precious to me than 1,000 fields of lilies. I see the lists you have written in your mind, the tasks left undone, the dishes still in the sink, and the email left in the draft folder because you couldn't find the right words. Hand them to me. One by one, like stones taken from a heavy pack, place them into my palms. I am large enough to hold them all. I am strong enough to carry what breaks you. Feel the tension leaving your neck, traveling down your spine and dissipating into the mattress. This bed is an altar of rest. You are safe here. Outside, the wind may stir the trees, and the world may continue its restless turning, but in this room there is only the two of us. I remember when you were small, and the shadows on the wall looked like giants. You would call out in the smallness of your voice, and I was the whisper in your parents' hearts that moved them to soothe you. Now that you are grown, the giants have changed their names. They are called debt and loneliness, and the fear of failing, but I have not changed. I am still the one who stands between you and the shadow. I am the light that the darkness cannot overcome. Even the night shines as the day to me. There is no corner of your life where my love does not reach. I was there when you felt misunderstood today, when the silence of a friend felt like a rejection. I was there in the car when you sighed and didn't know why. I know why. It is because you are weary of being strong. You were never meant to be strong alone. Let my strength be the foundation you rest upon tonight. Imagine a river, slow and deep, flowing through the center of your soul. This river carries away the debris of the day, the frustrations, the disappointments, the nagging sense of inadequacy. Let them float away. They are not who you are. You are my masterpiece even when you are asleep. You do not need to produce anything tonight to be worthy of my love. You do not need to achieve. You only need to inhale and exhale. Each breath is a gift I am handing to you. Receive it. Let it fill your lungs and then release it, letting go of the need to control. I am the great orchestrator. I am timing the tides and the orbits of the planets. Surely I can manage your tomorrow. I am weaving a tapestry out of your life, and even the dark threads are necessary for the beauty of the final design. You see only the back of the weave, the tangled knots and loose ends, but I see the face of the work. It is beautiful because it is you, and I do not make mistakes. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Let your tongue drop from the roof of your mouth. Feel the warmth of the blankets as a physical manifestation of my protection. I have set a hedge around you. Nothing can enter this space that I have not filtered through my love. The silence is not a vacuum. It is a womb of peace where I am renewing your cells, calming your nervous system, and washing your mind clean. You think you are losing time by not sleeping, but even in your wakefulness I am working. I am speaking to your spirit in the frequencies of the stars. I am telling you that you are enough. You have always been enough. Not because of what you do, but because of whose you are. You are mine. The stars outside are humming a lullaby that only your soul can hear. Listen to the cadence of your own heart. It beats because I bid it to. It is a steady drum of I love you, I love you, I love you. With every pulse, feel that love circulating through your veins, reaching the tips of your toes and the ends of your hair. There is no part of you that is outside my care. I know the secret hopes you are almost afraid to whisper, the dreams you have tucked away under the layers of practical living. I haven't forgotten them. I am the keeper of dreams. Tonight I am tilling the soil of your heart, preparing it for the seeds of joy that will sprout in the morning. But for now, the soil must be dark. The seed must be buried. The rest must be absolute. Do not fight the heaviness of your eyelids. It is the weight of my hand, gently closing them so that you may see the visions I have prepared for you. The night is not a bridge to be crossed in a hurry. It is a sanctuary to be inhabited. Consider the stillness of the trees outside your window. They do not pace the floor when the wind howls. They do not fret about whether they will grow enough leaves by spring. They simply stand, rooted in the earth, trusting the seasons I have ordained. You, too, are in a season. This night is a season of restoration. Think of the way a soft rain falls on a dry field. That is how my peace is falling upon your mind. It is soaking into the parched places where worry has cracked the ground. I know the names of the people who weigh on your heart tonight, the children you worry for, the friends who are struggling. I am with them as surely as I am with you. You do not need to stay awake to watch over them. I am already there. Your prayers, even the ones that are just wordless sighs, have been heard. They are like incense rising to my throne, and I am responding even now with grace you cannot yet see. Let go of the need to fix things. You are a human being, not a human doing. Your value is found in the being. You are my child, and a child does not worry about the harvest. The child simply trusts the Father will provide. Become like that child again. Feel the simplicity of existing. Your heartbeat is a miracle. Your lungs are a wonder. I wanted you in the world. I chose you before the foundations of the earth were laid. And I choose you again tonight. I choose to sit by your bed. I choose to quiet the storm in your mind. I choose to give you rest because I delight in you. When the morning comes, the sun will rise because I commanded it, and I will give you the strength for that day's tasks. But those tasks are miles away. For now, the only task is to let go. Imagine your worries as autumn leaves being swept away by a gentle stream. Watch them float out of sight. They are gone. The stream is my grace, and it is infinite. There is more grace in me than there is mistake in you. You are washed clean. You are wrapped in a robe of righteousness that you didn't have to sew yourself. Sink deeper into the pillows. The earth is holding you, and I am holding the earth. You are safe. You are loved. You are cherished beyond your comprehension. Let the rhythm of my peace become the rhythm of your soul. Deep, slow, steady. The night is a gift I have wrapped in velvet just for you. Open it slowly. Step into the quiet. I am here. I am always here. Do you hear the clock ticking? Do not count its beats as stolen moments of productivity or as a countdown to a tired morning. See it instead as a heartbeat, steady and rhythmic, echoing my own. You worry about the emails that sit like stones in your inbox, the bread that needs to be bought, the apology you are still framing in your mind. Lay them down at the foot of my throne. They are small things, though they feel like mountains in the shadows of 3 a.m. I see the way you have been carrying the weight of your family's happiness on your shoulders, as if you were the one who keeps their hearts beating. You are not the sustainer. I am. You are the beloved child who is invited to rest while the Father works. Think back to that time you sat by the ocean and felt the immense power of the tide. I am the one who pulls that water back and forth, and I am the one who keeps your world turning while you close your eyes. You do not need to keep watch. I am the watchman who neither slumbers nor sleeps. Your fear of the night is only a fear of the unknown, but I am the light that pierces every shadow. There is no corner of your room, no corner of your history, where I have not already walked. Remember the garden you tended, the one where you worried over the wilting leaves. The seeds did their most important work in the cold, dark soil where no eye could see. Growth is happening now in the stillness. Your soul is being restored not in the busy sunlight, but in this sacred sanctuary of shadow. Feel the tension leave your jaw, the place where you hold all the words you didn't say today. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. You have been wearing your responsibilities like heavy armor, but here, in the secret place, you are invited to be soft. You are invited to be vulnerable. I am your shield. You do not need to be your own. I see the list of what-ifs that plays like a broken record in your mind. What if the money isn't enough? What if the health report is grim? What if I fail those who depend on me? Hear my voice over the noise. I have already been to your tomorrow. I have walked its paths and cleared its stones. I have already provided for the needs you haven't even realized you have yet. You are trying to solve problems that don't exist yet, borrowing trouble from a day that hasn't dawned. Give me those hypothetical fears. They are ghosts, and they vanish in the warmth of my love. Think of the stars. I call each one by name, and not one is missing. If I can hold those massive furnaces of fire in the palm of my hand, can I not hold your fragile heart? Can I not manage the complexities of your life? The silence is not a vacuum. It is a womb of creation. It is where I speak to the deepest parts of you, the the parts that are too tired for words. Let the darkness be a soft blanket. It is the color of rest. It is the color of the deep sea and the outer edges of the universe. It is a place where you are hidden with me. No one can reach you here. No demand can find you. No critic can speak against you. You are in the inner chamber of the king, and the door is locked against the world. You remember the time you felt so lost years ago and you thought the path had ended. I was the one who whispered the way in the dark. I am whispering now. I am telling you that you are enough. Not because of what you did today, not because of how much you checked off your list, but because you are mine. Your worth is fixed, settled in the heavens, unchanging like the North Star. Relax the muscles in your feet, those feet that have carried you through a long and weary day. They have walked on hard pavement and through difficult rooms. They deserve this peace. Let the coolness of the air remind you of my spirit, moving gently through the house, breathing life into every room. I am touching the foreheads of those you love. I am guarding the doors of your home. You are not the protector tonight, I am. Let go of the steering wheel. Let the ship drift into the harbor of my grace. The water is calm. The anchor is set. The storm that raged at sunset has been silenced by a single word from my lips. Peace. It is more than a feeling, it is a person. I am your peace. I am the rest that you have been searching for in medicine and distraction. Come back to me. Come away from the screen, away from the blue light, away from the noise of the world's opinions. Just be. Be small, be held, be quiet. The night is half over and I am still here, unwearied by your restlessness, untroubled by your doubts. I love the way you look when you finally surrender. I love the way your breath hitches and then smooths out as you realize you are truly safe. Sleep is an act of trust, and I am the most trustworthy one you will ever know. There is a gold-leafed morning waiting for you, but do not rush to greet it. Stay here with me in the velvet dark. Let the silence wash over you like a warm bath. Everything is handled. Everything is held. You are my masterpiece, and I do not abandon my work. Think of the ancient forests where the massive oaks stand still for centuries. They do not strive to grow, they simply receive. They rest in the soil I prepared for them. You are like those trees. Your roots are going deeper tonight, reaching into the hidden springs of my spirit. You will wake up with a resilience you did not possess when you lay down. This insomnia is not a curse. I am turning it into an altar. Here, in the quiet, we are building something that the daylight could never produce. We are building intimacy. We are building a faith that doesn't need to see to believe. I am smoothing the wrinkles of your anxiety with my own hands. I am singing a song over you, a melody of ancient promises and future joys. Can you hear the low frequency of it? It is the sound of the spheres, the music of creation, and it is all for you. You are not a burden to me. Your wakefulness does not exhaust my patience. I have all the time in eternity to sit here with you. If you need to stay awake, I will stay with you. If you fall into a deep, dreamless sleep, I will watch over you. There is no should in this room. There is only is. And what is my presence. The shadows on the wall are just shadows. They have no power. They are merely the absence of light, and I am the source of all light. Even the darkness is as light to me. I see clearly in the pitch black. I see your future, and it is bright with hope. I see the obstacles in your path, and I have already planned the way around them. So why fret? Why pace the floors of your mind? Lie still. Let the bed feel like a cloud. Let the blanket feel like my arms. You are tucked into the very heart of God. Nothing can pluck you out. Nothing can separate us. Not your fear, not your failures, not the long hours of the night. We are together, and that is all that matters. The world is a loud place, but my voice is a whisper that carries more weight than thunder. Listen to the whisper, you are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Let the words sink into your marrow. Let them slow your pulse. The night is a sanctuary, not a prison. It is a gift, not a punishment. Receive it. Open your hands and let the day fall out of them. It is gone. It is finished. Tomorrow has its own grace, but tonight there is only this, me and you in the holy quiet. Feel the tension in your jaw begin to dissolve, like salt in the ocean. I see the way you hold your breath when a floorboard creaks or when the silence becomes too loud. I was there when you were 6 years old, hiding under the covers from the monsters you thought lived beneath the bed. I was the light in the hallway then, and I am the peace in your spirit now. Those monsters have only changed their names. Now they are called debt, regret, or uncertainty. But they have no more power over you than the shadows of your childhood. Your bed is a holy altar of rest. You think of the things you failed to accomplish today, the emails that sit like stones in your inbox, the words you wish you could take back, the kitchen sink that isn't quite clear. Hand them to me. Picture yourself placing each burden into a basket and sliding it across the floor toward the door. I will guard that basket while you sleep. I am the great architect, and I can build more in your stillness than you can in your striving. Think of the lilies. They do not toil or spin, yet I clothe them in majesty. Are you not more precious than a flower that withers? Your worth is not a tally of your productivity. It is a constant, unchangeable truth rooted in my love for you. I watch the rhythm of your heart, that steady drumbeat I composed before the foundations of the world were laid. Every beat is a yes to your existence. I see the worry you carry for your children, the way you trace their futures in your mind with fingers of anxiety. I see the concern for your health, the way you listen to your own body for signs of betrayal. But I am the great physician, and I am stitching together the frayed edges of your nerves even now. The night is not a vacuum where you are lost. It is a womb where you are being renewed. Remember the smell of rain on dry pavement, the way the earth drinks deep and says nothing. That is what I am doing for your soul. I am the moisture in the drought of your exhaustion. Let go of the need to control the morning. The sun will rise without your permission. The seasons will turn without your effort. You are a passenger on this rotating sphere, held in place by laws of gravity that I authored, and you are held even more securely by the laws of my grace. Let your eyelids grow heavy, as if they are weighted with the gold of my presence. There is a specific kind of wisdom that only comes in the dark, a clarity that isn't blinded by the glare of the noon sun. In this dimness, you can finally see the true shape of my character. I am not the harsh taskmaster you sometimes fear I am. I am the father who stays up late just to watch his child breathe. I am the mother who coos the restless infant into a dream. Your life is a tapestry, and the dark threads are just as necessary as the light ones to create the masterpiece. Don't pull at the loose ends tonight. Don't try to reweave the pattern in the dark. Rest your hands. Those hands have worked hard today. They have typed and cleaned and hugged and gestured. Now let them be open and empty. In their emptiness, they are ready to receive the manna of tomorrow. You are worried about the conversation you had at lunch. Did you say too much? Did they misunderstand your heart? I was in that room, and I am in their room now, smoothing over the ripples of human imperfection. I am the bridge between souls. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You only have to be mine. And you are. You are deeply, irrevocably mine. The stars outside your window are not cold, distant fires. They are the glint of my eyes as I watch over the world. Not a sparrow falls without my notice, and you are worth more than 1,000 sparrows. I have numbered the very hairs of your head. I know the secret dreams you've tucked away in the drawers of your heart because you thought they were too foolish to mention. I haven't forgotten them. I keep them like treasures. While you sleep, I am working on things you cannot see. I am opening doors that seem bolted shut. I am softening hearts that seem like flint. I am preparing the ground for the seeds you planted in tears. You don't have to stay awake to supervise the miracle. The miracle happens in the quiet, in the dark, in the not yet. Sleep is an act of faith. It is a way of saying, I trust you to run the universe while I am unconscious. It is a beautiful surrender. Can you feel the coolness of the air as it enters your lungs? That is my breath sustaining you. Each inhalation is a gift of life. Each exhalation is a release of fear. Let the fear go. It has served its purpose as a warning, but it is no longer needed here. This room is a sanctuary. I have set a hedge around this house. My angels are stationed at the four corners of your property, not because I am far away, but because I love to surround you with the fullness of my kingdom. You are never alone. The silence isn't empty, it's full of me. It's full of the echoes of my promises. I will never leave you, I will never forsake you. These are not just ancient words on a page, they are the living reality of this moment. Your bed is your boat, and I am the calm upon the water. Even if the storms of life are raging outside this room, here, inside my embrace, there is a great calm. Do you hear the wind? It is my spirit moving through the trees. Do you hear the distant hum of the city? It is the sound of a world I am currently holding together. You can let go. You can truly, finally let go. Your shoulders are dropping now. Your feet feel warm and heavy. The racing thoughts are slowing down, turning into soft, blurry images. This is the threshold of peace. Stay here with me. Don't look back at yesterday and don't peek over the fence at tomorrow. Stay right here in the now where I am. I am the I am. I am the presence that fills every gap in your soul. I see the fatigue behind your eyes, the kind of tiredness that sleep alone cannot fix. That is the tiredness of the spirit, and it is that very spirit I am cradling now. Like a parched garden being watered by a midnight mist, let your inner self drink of my quietness. There is no judgment here. No one is grading your performance. You are not being measured by your mistakes. You are simply my beloved, and I am well pleased with you, not for what you do, but for who you are. The night is a gift of mercy. It wipes the slate clean. It gives us a chance to start over. But before the start, there must be the rest. Deep, rhythmic, restorative rest. I am singing a lullaby over you, a melody of deliverance that drowns out the accusations of the enemy. Can you hear it? It is the song of the stars, the song of the morning light waiting to be born. But for now, just be. Just exist in the safety of my shadow. The darkness is my laboratory, where I turn your sorrows into strength and your questions into quiet confidence. You don't need to know the how or the when tonight. You only need to know the who, and I am here. I am the beginning and the end, the first and the last. I am the one who was and is to come. And I am right here, closer than your own skin, watching your chest rise and fall. Go deeper into the softness. Trust the gravity I created. Trust the love that will never let you go. The night is young and my watch is eternal. You are safe. You are so very safe.